Yo, what's up? It's your boy Baker, and we are back. We finally back for a second episode of Ended Up at Baker's. It's been a long time. I think the last time we did this was January with NLE Chopper. Shout out to my boy Chopper, man. It's been a lot going on from now until March. I've been out of town. I've been doing my Thisnai. Cora been doing her Thisnai. We both doing our Thisnai. You know what I'm saying? But now I'm back, man. I'm ready to. This episode is just gonna be me, so I think I got like a lot to talk about a little bit. I just went to the Lakers versus the Wizards game, and this was my first time ever having like floor seats, but they wasn't like court size, but my feet was on the floor. You know what I'm saying? And normally I'd be like in the 200s and 100, but I seen these tickets. I'm like, all right, they playing the Wizards, man. I gotta go see the home team play. But that was like a good experience. It was a fun game. Kanye was sitting like all the way across from me on the court side. Him and his little Kim Kardashian lookalike, and YG was there. But it was a vibe, man. It was a vibe. I definitely would go to another Lakers game for sure. That's my second Lakers game, but like I said, the first time on the floor seat. So I need like a little applause to that. Let me see what else. It's so crazy because they just said that daylight savings time, they just making up a bill to make it become permanent. And I was kind of confused, but I'm not confused because we definitely just set the clocks back like Sunday. So now we're just going to have this extra daylight time. And I like it, though, because I like when we have the sun going down at like 7, 8 o'clock because it makes the day seem a little longer. It's supposed to happen like November 2023. No, November 2023. That's how you say it? Yeah, because it's 2022. Yeah, whatever. But yeah, they saying that they are making it that time because the transportation industry has already built like its schedules for the transit to run when it's supposed to run. So man, I don't know. That should be cool, right, Corey? All right. So I want to talk about a couple things, right? Because I've been out of town. Damn, I've been out of town. I've been in town. But I want to talk about something. When we go to a bar, right? You see a shot, take a shot kind of situation. Me personally, let me explain that, right? So say, for instance, if we going out to like a bar, we going out to a party, a club, or whatever the case may be, and it's like me and 3 of my homies or like me and 2, 3 of my homegirls. I'm like, yo, shots on me, right? Okay, shots on me. We going to get the tequila. We going to get the Casamigos flowing, all of that. Now, I really feel like the energy should be reciprocated all the time, right? And when I say all the time, it's like if I buy everybody a shot, somebody else should say, oh, the next shot is on me. But people don't do that. And I really want to know, like, why people don't reciprocate that energy for the shots. Because if I run it back and say, hey, shots on me again, it's crickets. You know what I'm saying? But that's your problem if you want to buy everybody a shot too at the same time. Like if you want to live in a moment like you Diddy and buy everybody a shot, we all feel like that sometimes. So I definitely want to know like how people feel about that. And I do want to talk about not splitting the Ubers, because I definitely just went to Miami for my homie 30th. This was in January. Shout out to the homie. He turned 30. And it was a couple situations where people would not split the Ubers and the Lyfts. And I got like the little Lyft monthly thing because I don't got a car right now. A lot of people don't know that, so this is the first time me saying it. My car actually got totaled, which is crazy because if you know me, you know my car definitely got in a hit and run when I first got the car. But, I don't got Keisha no more. And it's been cool because gas prices are high. And I just been Ubering everywhere or I just get rides. But I do miss my car. But my car wasn't even that bad, man. So that's the whole crazy thing. But anyway, I've been Ubering everywhere. So like Lyft and Uber, they have like this little monthly thing where they discount you, on different Lyfts and Ubers that you take, which is really not that much, but a little bit helps. All right. But yeah, we was in Miami and I just feel like everybody wasn't trying to put up for the Uber. Like Uber has the whole feature where you can split Ubers. Lyft don't do that. But I feel like if we're all supposed to pitch in, Cash App right then and there. Don't say I'm a Cash App you 5 minutes go by. Yo, you cash apping? And then when you ask somebody, did they cash app you or are they gonna do it? They get in the defense mode like, oh nah, I told you I got you. All right, well send me the cash app. Like send the money. Cause who said I have the money to front for all of us? We're all outside. We're all on a trip together. That's the whole thing. I feel like, I'm gonna say this, us as black people, when we go on trips, you do have the people that go on trips with no money. You do have the people that go on the trips that's mad frugal and don't want to spend no money. And my whole situation about that is you should have stayed your ass in the house if you're going to do that. Now, I'm not saying we got to be baller shot callers when it comes to spending money on trips, but you came on a trip. And if we all split equally for everything we do, you're not going to spend that much money. Man.
Do you think it's more women or niggas that do that? Call them out.
I'm definitely gonna say it's an equal from niggas and women because now I don't want nobody to beat me up, but women do feel like when they go places that y'all can come out the house with like $20 type shit, and y'all go back in the house with the $20. Now, I mean, trust and believe me, it's nothing wrong with that. Like, it ain't tricking if you got it, but everybody just can't front. Like, I know some of my homies, they be like, yo, she a lady. Like, lady shouldn't have to pay me, in my opinion, if we not fucking. Or if you my friend, all right, cool. It just depends on what it is. But you got to at least help with something because half of y'all ladies, half of y'all women out there, y'all making more than the niggas. And I know that for a fact. You feel me? So, yeah, I do want to say I think it's equal. Like, but y'all gotta stop that. I don't think that's cute at all. Now, I do want to say why we speaking on the whole friend thing, because I've been just experiencing like a lot of shit in like the last month, or like I know people that experience shit, and I want to talk about like real friends, fake friends. I want to talk about, you know, niggas when you dap up niggas and you do a fist pound, right? We know what a dap is. Dap is like, yo, that's my guy, you my brother, what's up? A pound is like, remember how like the Go-Go's back in the day and they used to be like, but yeah, I really think if somebody gives you a fist pound, and it depends on the situation too. Like if you just wash your hands or you just ate, I'm gonna give you that, bro. And it is COVID, so maybe people don't want to touch, but you still touching. But I think if somebody give you a fist pound, they really don't fuck with you. And that's just, I don't know, that's just in my opinion. I had times where I gave people a fist pound, and at that time, I don't think I was really like fucking with them like that. But if I give you a dap, it's all love. Especially like you got some niggas out here, they give you a hard ass dap. Like you hear it from all the way to DC from LA type shit, and it'd be so crazy. But nah, it's not also that serious because you also don't have to fist pound everybody. You also don't gotta dap everybody up because everybody is not your friend. And I'm realizing this day by day because I be trying to figure out who fuck with Baker, who fuck with Buzzy Baker, or if you don't fuck with either, or you do fuck with Baker. But we go through a transition in life where we try to figure out who's really our friends and who really ain't our friends, and that's just a part of life because you really don't know who is really genuine in a relationship, and it don't even matter how long you known that person. Like,
that's so true.
People switch up all the time.
That's so true. How do you feel about what's the difference for you between growing apart and just like having to set boundaries with said friend?
Yeah, so growing apart, we do have people where we grow apart from. And there's nothing wrong with that because you can be on a different time wave in your life and I can too, but it doesn't correlate with each other. Mm-hmm. So we just have to part ways. And I feel like with friendships, you definitely have to help each other grow. I feel like that with any interaction with people in general, like I feel like you should just help them, especially in relationships. Like you can't be in a relationship and we not helping each other grow, or you just got one specific person doing one thing in a relationship. I don't think it should work like that. But setting boundaries with certain people, yeah, you definitely have to do it because some people you realize, all right, well, maybe I can't go to the club with you, or, you know, maybe you just my friend that I go to the club and I go to the bar and turn up, that's it. And I'm starting to realize that too now, like in LA, some of the people that I feel like are my friends or were my friends, I ain't even gonna get too much detail in that. I feel like it was just a party thing. Like, all right, we going to the party together. And I be the type of nigga where I try to get all my friends in so my friends don't gotta pay. Even if I have to get into it with a security guard and be like, yo, they good. Like, such and such told me to pull up. So boom. And I think that's also my problem too, because I think I be friending too much, like trying to be like this super friend that I can, and I ain't the perfect friend either. But like I said, sometimes that shit don't be reciprocated. But yeah, boundaries. It's always good to set boundaries, because I feel like with friends, it shouldn't just be we going to the club, we going to smoke hookah. Like shit, come over to the crib, let's do a game night. Let's go hit the beach. Let's go to Six Flags. Let's go bowling. Let's do this. But you do have specific friends for certain things. So yeah, I mean.
What friend are you? You feel like your friends look at you as the party friend, or the friend that's they gonna call for advice and come over the house when they not feeling good?
I think most people look at me as the party friend because I'm always outside. I do have friends that do call me for advice because I feel like I give good advice, but I feel like recently I've been calling my friends for advice. So it's kind of weird too, because some of them do give me advice, but then sometimes I'll be like, you know how like sometimes you explain yourself to somebody and they be like, damn, that's crazy. That's not a friend you should be. That's not a friend you should be venting to at all. But yeah, I think people look at Baker as like the party friend, or the friend I know of, I go with Baker, we're getting in somewhere for free type thing. But it can't be like that all the time. So it's just the facts of life. That's all it is. It's just the facts of life. We all go through life, and we all go through these little things. Let me see. I think we should be at like a good 15 minutes? No?
12.
Okay, that's not bad. Let me see. I just seen. Let's see. Okay, I can put this in here since we talk about friends, right? So this whole Keisha Cole thing, right? Keisha Cole was uncensored, and uncensored is something that TV One does, and different celebrities, they talk about different experience that they have encountered while being in that specific industry, right? So Keisha Cole, she was talking about Eve, and I feel like I knew Keisha Cole and Eve was cool, but I don't think I knew they was cool when Keisha Cole like spoke on it. But basically it was a situation where they was out. It was Eve, Keisha, and this girl, this woman, she tried to grab Eve's purse. And Keisha, being Keisha Cole at the time, she smacked the girl for trying to take Eve's purse. And it's been kind of like a whole situation, because like I seen people in like the comments like, yo, that's a real friend, and Eve stopped being Keisha's friend because of that. And personally, I feel like you should always have people around you that's your ride or die. Now, not necessarily saying like they got to pop off for you all the time, because, even like Keisha said, security should have been doing their job, or Keisha said I should have let security do it. But also, if that's my friend and I feel like my friend is out of place, then cool. And then I had some people say, Eve was Eve at the time. Keisha Cole was still Keisha Cole at that time. She was in her highlight, in her prime, being an R&B shorty, being from Oakland. Eve is from Philly, so you would have thought Eve might have popped off, but then Eve probably was like, oh, no, I can't do this. But, it's different strokes for different folks. But I don't think Keisha was per se wrong at the time. I feel like Eve was being mad petty to not be her friend no more. She could have talked to her about it, like, nah, Keys, you could have let security handle that. I understand you was sticking out for me, and I love you for that, but I don't know. I don't think Keisha was wrong. But we do have friends that will ride for us when we out, or it do be situations where I know in experience. I ain't even gonna say if it's me or not, but I know in experience it be times where niggas get in fights, or niggas see niggas get in fights, and niggas are nowhere to be found when especially they see your friend getting their ass beat. Now, I feel like if I was with one of my homies and he fighting and this one-on-one is clean, is fair, but if I feel like bro beating the shit out of my bro, I don't know, something to me gonna be like, yo, I gotta help my bro. Or just stop the fight. Like, just be like, yo, nah, the fight is over. You know what I'm saying? Bro, just take your L. But if you just see somebody beating the shit out your friend, and either A, you know where to be found, or two, you just watching and you not doing nothing, you ain't a friend. Like, everybody's not a fighter for sure. And I know that growing up, we grew up in the whole go-go world where it was fights every single night at the go-go. Like you literally will watch this hood and this hood come to one venue, and of course it's gonna be a fight. This is why they say, sometimes don't stay up to let out. Don't stop at a red light from the go-go, or don't park your car in front of the go-go. Or I remember, like, don't pull your car in, like back in, you know what I'm saying? So when it's time to go, just back go. It's not saying like you pussy or anything like that, but it's just saying like, yo, you gotta be trained to go, especially with the go-go, because you could just get hit with a stray fist or a stray bullet, because the go-go's used to be serious back in the day. We all would come there just to party and just to celebrate the culture, but shit happens sometimes. So I don't know, man. Like, yeah, this episode is definitely called Friends for sure, because this been this been a whole friend episode, and I like it because you look at different aspects, and just thinking about it, like, we all grown up, so some things don't gotta take place. You don't gotta fight every battle. You don't gotta speak on everything and get out of pocket for every situation. Shit, I know that. I'm learning that. All that shit is a learning process, man. So I don't know. I really don't know. But I do know is, I got my little dog dad cup, because I am a dog dad. I don't know if y'all can see it. Got the hookah over here. So look, let me say a disclaimer, right? Because I've been talking about this whole Tory and Meg Thee Stallion situation for shit. I think we all been talking about this since like 2019. I remember when I first moved here and I seen Megan going live. It's like, oh yeah, that nigga shot me. I ain't even gonna say where I stand at, because people do know where I stand at with the whole situation. But I will say, I don't know who was sleeping with who first. I don't know if Kelsey was sleeping with Tory first or Meg was sleeping with Tory first. But just to see them two not being friends no more over a nigga, and it does happen sometimes with you women though, like, y'all stop being friends with the shorty that the dude is messing with, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, niggas do that, we do that too. I feel like, I don't know, man, like, it just depends on who knew first. Like, I feel my man, no, because at the end of the day, the person who did know first, it was Tory. Tory knew they were best friends. So Tory knew they was best friends. Tory, you was wrong, bro. He should have never slept with one of the friends first, or whoever he slept with. He should have just picked one friend and kept it moving. And now it then transpired into something totally bigger than what it was over a friendship, and ain't none of them friends no more, But I don't know, man. That shit happens. But what y'all think? I want to know, like, who do y'all feel like is wrong in that? Do you think Meg was wrong, Kelsey was wrong, or Tory? And I'm saying, like, which friend was wrong because they all was sleeping together at some point, allegedly. Yeah, I don't know. Corey, who you think?
Me personally, I feel like Tori's in the wrong in the sense that I don't think the two best friends knew. And I think whatever happened that night in the car came because the two females had found out. Now I'm not gonna go any further than that because I wasn't there. I don't know what happened. But the two girls found out. Tory was trying to be like, oh shit, I'm fucking busted, and then so you're wrong because you knew. But now, say if Meg or Kelsey knew, then that's a different story. Like, if one of them knew and they was still having sex with him, knowing that they was having sex with them, like, that's wrong. But I don't think the girls knew. And most times, like, I've experienced best friends out here in LA, like, they don't be knowing that the nigga is trying to fuck with both of them until they fuck both of them.
Right. Until that conversation has been, oh yeah, girl, I just met this woo 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 woo, and then wait, huh? You know such and such. That's normally how it happened, though.
Yeah.
That's normally how it happened.
Yeah, and I mean, but I do feel like it's more so on the guy, but it's also you as a best friend. If you're really my best friend, you're gonna tell me who you're fucking.
This is facts.
So if you don't know who I'm fucking, are you really my best friend?
I don't know. Some people do be private with it, so I could say like maybe she just didn't want that to know. But I mean, if we are best friends, we do tell our best friends almost everything.
Yeah.
Not everything, but almost
Almost.
everything.
Yeah.
So especially that, like we definitely tell our best friends who we fucking, who we talking to, who we dating. So you right, you right. That conversation should have been had. I don't know. I wish that whole situation the best, man. Like for sure. But if anybody else asks me about that situation, I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. I think I want to end this like on a good note, right? Missy Elliott had tweeted, I think like a week ago or week ago, same shit, different thing. She tweeted, "What is the best era of music?" And we always had this debate: is it '90s or is it early 2000s? What you think?
90s.
'90s?
Even though 2000s really did it for me, but like the 90s.
I'm gonna say like '90s had like a different kind of vibe. I would say, I don't know, the
I feel
early,
like 90s is timeless.
yeah.
2000s is nostalgic.
Yeah, and it's nostalgic because we all were in like middle school, elementary school, high school, and when we hear Nelly Dilemma, we be like, no matter what I do. Oh, I remember that time where when we in a lot, yeah, like that you remember. '90s is like Drew Hill, tell me. It's like tell me what like it hits differently in two different type of ways. So I agree with you. '90s, I don't know. I think matter of fact, I think I will say like early 2000s only because it's so nostalgic and like when we hear it now, we hear like Chingy pulling me back. I don't know. I think like all older music, it just reminds you at a time and a place where you was at, and early 2000s was that time for us. '90s for sure. Like you got the Totals, you got the Aaliyahs, you got the TLC and the Drew Hills and the Tupacs and the Biggie and I don't know, the early 2000s. You got the Nelly, you got the Fabulous, you got the Shanti, the Ja Rule, the 50 Cent, the them franchise boys, D4L, Laffy Taffy. You got the Crime Mob, like Nuck If You Buck, like the Yang Yang Twins. You got Lil Jon and the East Side Boys. You had like all the little boy groups. You had B2K, you had B5, you had Cherish. I don't know if everybody remember Cherish. You had I'm probably missing hella girl. Shoot, you even had Sierra. Sierra was bodying in the mid early 2000s. Missy Elliott herself was she was bodying in the 90s.
Yeah.
But like yeah, the early 2000s is I don't know, that was a different time frame. Yeah, so I want to know, y'all, what y'all think was the best era of music? I know this is a conversation we have all the time, but what was the best era? Was it like the '90s for like the music that hits your soul, or you got the early 2000s that got that nostalgic where it remembers like, yo, I was in ninth grade and I sent this girl, do you like me? Check, yes, no, maybe so type shit, or do you want to go out with me type, like that's the shit that I remember. You going on a bus ride, Man, look, after school, let me tell you, 106 in Park, just why not even just 106 in Park, but like TRL. Like I got my mad influence from TRL and 106 because I always wanted to go to both of the shows just to even be in the audience. You know what I'm saying? Like you just look, you got like the celebrities waving from the window for TRL, and then you got, yo, this AJ and Free, and we got boom, Chris Brown coming out. Everybody going crazy. Yeah, that was a good time. AJ and Free was a good time.
That was it.
Yeah, I did like Big Ticket when Big Ticket hosted it.
Yeah.
Bow Wow was cool too. It was what? It was Bow Wow and Keisha
That moment with Tyra.
and Tyra, yeah. And then you had Terrence J and Roxy. It took us a minute to grow on Terrence J and Roxy for sure. It took us a minute. And then when BET just started having like all these other hosts, everybody was like, wait, it's missing a vibe or something towards something that we missing. So I don't know. I miss the 106 in Park days. But yeah, what y'all think? You know, best era of music was the '90s, or do you give it to the early 2000s? And I'm gonna say that's it for this episode because this one was all about the friends, man. And I'm gonna say this about friends. I feel like we should always have a good friend in our corner. You should always have somebody that you feel like is genuine around you, And if you feel, and I'm big on energy now, if you feel like the energy is not good around any situation, just remove yourself from it, because you can definitely pick up on the vibes. You can definitely pick up on energy. And at the end of the day, I'm gonna say this too, and I'm gonna tell myself this, like, just because somebody your friend and they do something, or the energy ain't right, or they not being a friend, don't make it seem like you just gotta be friends with them just because y'all friends. Ain't nobody holding nothing to your head to continue being friends with nobody in this world. You know what I'm saying? Especially if your friend ain't being a friend. If they ain't bringing a smile to your face, or they ain't helping you get money, or helping you a way for you to get your own money, it ain't a friend. But what the Carters say? My friends, your friends, better than your friends. Yeah, that's my shit. But yeah, until next time, this is the second episode of Ended Up at Baker's. And yeah, you never know who ended up at Baker's. It could be just me, myself, and I, and Core. Or shit, Astro could end up at Baker's. I don't know. He probably knocked down the hookah, so he might not end up right here at Baker's, but he's somewhere in the house at Baker's. But yeah, we out though.